Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back again today, and we're specifically talking about Pennsylvania, a race that I think everyone was pretty much waiting for. So we're going to go ahead and get talking about it. So, absolutely, this is not what we were expecting. Honestly, to be honest, we were expecting a much closer race. This is what we predicted the map would look like. 2016, this is what it looked like at the end of the day. We said, you know what? This is what the map looks like. Yet again, the map in the election just totally proved us wrong. The people of Pennsylvania, better to put it that way, proved us wrong. Because what ended up happening was, well, Donald Trump didn't just win Erie and Northampton counties, which we said, being two bellwether counties that basically predict how the state is going to vote as a whole. And it looked like those two counties were going for Donald Trump. But two counties that we did not have on our radar was Monroe County right here, Monroe, and Bucks County. Now, we had Bucks County for Trump in a little while. If you go back into the poor performance era in June and May, we had Bucks County for Donald Trump. That's how bad Joe Biden was doing. And then he went to that debate, and we were like, yep, there's definitely no way Donald Trump was going to lose Bucks County. And we said, you know what? Those Bucks County, as a total, Donald Trump can't lose Pennsylvania, and he's going to win the election. Then, of course, Joe Biden dropped out, and Kamala Harris went in. And then she suddenly did very well with these suburban women in these suburban groups in Philadelphia, Montgomery County, Delaware County, Chesterfield County, and of course, Bucks County. She did so well with these groups. And as a result, she took the average and we're like, we can't really, we can win the state without Bucks County, but ideally, if she's winning, she's probably winning Bucks County. I mean, that county is a Democrat county despite having a Republican average. Let's take a look at Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I personally admire Bucks County. It's my favorite county just because of the history in that said county. A lot of American Revolution history. I don't think there were any battles. Oh, yeah, there was a battle. But I'm getting distracted. But what I'm trying to point here is politics and government. You'll see that, Bucks County basically swung directly into the Democrats from 1992, and eventually, for the very first time in years, it voted Republican in 2024. Like most of the Philadelphia suburbs, Bucks County was once a stronghold for the Republican Party. However, in recent years, it has become more of a swing county, like Pennsylvania at large. In presidential elections, Bucks County has been swept up in the overall Democratic trend that has swept the Philadelphia area. Although the trend in Bucks has been less pronounced than in Delaware and Montgomery counties. It went Democratic in every presidential election from 1992 to 2020, though by a margin of less than 5% in each, except for 2008, with 3 of those 8 elections decided by less than 2%, 1992, 2012, and 2016. In 2024, Donald Trump flipped the county with a narrow plurality of 49.68%. Prior to that, this Republicans won the county all but thrice. I think that's that has to be a mispronounce. That has to be a typo. Thrice. All but 3? I think it's all but 3. Oh, yes. It's all but 3. It's all but 3. That was a typo. It says all but 3 between 1896, because if you look here, 1896 and 1988. You'll see these are the 3 elections. Yeah, it's not just me that makes mistakes. It's Trump deranged Wikipedia also. So keep that in mind. So yes, except 1912, 1936, and 1964, unlike most other suburban Philadelphia counties, Bucks County consistently voted Democratic during the Civil War era. era only vote. Yeah, I think we get the point. It was a former Republican stronghold. The reason of being more Democratic was, and yeah, you'll see Republicans still have a majority there. The registration is just tiny bit more in favor for Republicans, according to a July 2022, July 2024 report. Here, Republicans are more favored. But if you put independents, these might be left-leaning independents. Yeah, and then again, adding this more context into this, Bucks County is definitely more of a progressive county. Well, I would say it's not a Democrat stronghold at all. It's compatible, but Donald Trump couldn't win this county in 2 times, and I had doubts that he would win it in 2024, and guess what? He was straight on. He carried this important county. Another county that Republicans seem to have a hard time carrying is Monroe County in Pennsylvania. This county also was a Republican stronghold. Bush carried this county twice in 2000 and barely carried it in 2004. It voted in 4 consecutive elections for Democrats until recently. The Monroe County voted for Donald Trump, just barely voted for Donald Trump. And I say this was a surprise because this was not on our radar. Monroe County was not on our radar because we saw other races in 2020, specifically our favorite race to pull up was the auditor's race. You'll see Republican Timothy DeFore easily carried Chesterfield. No, not Chesterfield. Center County. Chesterfield's right here. Center County went to, of course, DeFleur. He also carried Dauphin County. Those are 2 counties voted against Trump, and they went to Harris. But he couldn't carry Monroe County. Take a look at 2024. It doesn't look too different, but this time he picked up Monroe County, lucky for him, against Malcolm Kenyatta. But yes, you'll see Timothy DeFleur couldn't pick up Monroe County. I think he did very well. I think DeFleur needs to run for governor in next year. I think if we're going to take out Josh Shapiro, we need Timothy DeFleur because he's definitely the strongest Republican on the ballot right now. And yeah, I think we absolutely need him if we are going to take out. I mean, Josh Shapiro, he looks strong, but he has a lot of skeletons in the closet, just like Tim Walz. With Tim Walz, the skeleton is in the room closet just poured out during the vice presidential run. So we all saw them. We're like, nope, not again. But unfortunately, Minnesota is just too blue, and with Hennepin and Ramsey counties, I don't see a future for Minnesota for when it comes to Republicans if they're going to continue to vote for Walz by a 70% trend. But if he goes into a Kathy Hochul mode, I think it might be possible. But let's just say Josh Shapiro, if he polls, let's just say Andrew Cuomo. I think that's. I was thinking about Chris Cuomo, and he's from News Nation. Chris Cuomo. Yeah, Andrew Cuomo's the governor. That's the guy. They're related. But Andrew Cuomo, if he pulls an Andrew Cuomo, Josh Shapiro, which definitely he has allegations of being a Andrew Cuomo, and if that really circulates, those hasn't really circulated during the presidential run for Kamala Harris. But if that really does take a toll in, of course, the upcoming years in 2025 and 2026, that could be the end of him, and we could possibly take the governor's mansion in Pennsylvania. I think he's beatable if those allegations really take effect, but most Americans adore and love Josh Shapiro. That's why everyone's so angry, and the Democrats to a point are mad that she didn't choose Josh Shapiro as a running mate. But Kamala Harris has to choose a radical Marxist or a Maoist in this case, because Tim Walz is a Maoist. He's an admirer of China, so no doubt about it, to be her running mate. So no surprise there. So yes, we were wrong about 2 counties, but you know what? We always say, we want Donald Trump to do the best, but we are absolutely right with Northampton. We were absolutely right with Erie County. And let's go ahead and look at those 2 counties. Erie County, Pennsylvania. A little peek here. Yeah, it voted for Donald Trump by a 1.8% margin. Pretty good. And you'll see it used to be consistently Democratic. First time voting Republican in 2018. Then there's, of course, Northampton County. That county, another bellwether. This one went to Trump by 2 points. Over 2 points. So I can't really say it's a Republican county yet. Who knows? It's key in us winning 4 more years. But keep in mind, 1 county, guys, can be key in giving us the election in 8 years. But in 4 years. But we'll have to take a look at that. But anyway, what do you guys think about our analysis? Kind of long today. Actually, it's not that bad. I phase out, but comparing the margins, though, I think that would be more appropriate. Take a look at these margins. This is a decisive Democrat win, a 2-point win for Biden. This is Biden's win. This is 4 years ago. Look at that. We got this county and the county up here more Republican. Beaver County is in for Republicans by 60% here. There's this county right here in the middle, 60% for Trump. This county right up here, I don't know, this used to be a Democrat stronghold, 60%. So we got the people in the countryside out and voting, and John Fetterman was absolutely right about his state. Ever since Trump was shot in Pennsylvania, people has felt a sense of patriotism, Pennsylvanian pride. Yeah, you should be ashamed. It's shameful that the president of the United States almost lost his life at your state, but in the end, he got up from your state. The Pennsylvanians, the MAGA crowd of Pennsylvania, helped Trump get up and fight. That's what mattered, and that's what and Pennsylvanians, they didn't just help him keep up, they helped him finish the race. So when John Fetterman is speaking about the momentum in his state of Pennsylvania, he's specifically referring to of course, not just the moment when Trump was shot in Butler, which is right here, 60% for Trump now. Well, let's just take a look at Butler. But what I was trying to say is when Fetterman is saying, they didn't just say fight. They didn't tell him to get back up, and they didn't cheer for him. No, they kept him. Oh, it's actually right here. They helped him get up and go all the way forward. They helped him continue the race, even the threat of Kamala Harris. So 2020 was 65%. This is Butler County, Pennsylvania. I'm curious to know how much this is actually. Let's see, 2024 Pennsylvania NYT. This is presidential elections. Yes, right here. And this county. 66%, it improved by much, but 1 point maybe. But then again, all the other counties improved just as much. But the point I try to make is, yes, John Fetterman, he said, yeah, they helped Trump not just get up at that rally stage, but they helped him get all the way to election day. They helped him ride down the rail, even to the threats of Kamala Harris and the Democrats, and that delivered him a swift victory. They kept the momentum and faith in him all the way to the end of the election. So I want to thank you all of course, for watching this video. I'll continue, and we'll see you all in the next political episode.